We've got so much more coming up at HSN.
G by Juliana Home combines fashion and function for the home. For the woman who's vibrant, fun, and fashionable and wants her home to reflect that. It's fashion for the space you live in. Exclusively for HSN.
Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere, not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900.
Making something beautiful gives you a sense of purpose and fulfillment that really no other pastime can. Whether it's card making or woodworking even, we all have inside of us the ability to make things and do things and produce things. And crafting is just about bringing that out. People love that satisfaction of making things. It's very important that you can achieve what I can achieve, and I make it easy for you to do that. I don't remember a time when I wasn't crafting. I don't know anything different but to craft.
Well, as you can see, it is going to be a beautiful creative hour with Anna Griffin here at HSN. I know you're going to find some really beautiful things for your card making and crafting. We've got lots of brand new items as well that we don't want you to miss out on. And just as we jump in and start the show, I want to let you know that you can fill your cart when you're shopping for crafting. Fill your cart for $7.50. So really that means, you know, the shipping is very minimal and you can get as much as you want, and you can jump in on the brand new. We're gonna start off with the Simply King of My Heart card making kit. This is for under $40. You're getting everything that you see. It really is a stunning kit that we've got for you, and it is brand new and all brought to us by Anna Griffin herself, who is joining us via Teams. Anna, hello, hello. This is gonna be a really fun hour.
Oh, Tamara, my abs are hurting from watching you. How you feeling?
I feel okay. I can hang in for a little while longer.
Okay, well, you know, you go from that kind of workout to a crafting, creative workout with all the amazing things that we have put together for this hour. And let me just tell you, I love this first item so much because it's the Simply King of My Heart card making kit. Now, what this means is that it's simply every single thing that you need to put together 12 amazing cards. Now, when I say everything, I really mean it. We have cards that are already pre-printed. They are die cut. They have foil stamping, and you're getting to each of the designs that you see. Now, what's neat about the cards themselves is that you really didn't have to go get a piece of paper or die cut it or foil stamp it or really anything. And you didn't have to do anything but really read the inside. You're one in a million. You sign the back, right? And then we give you all of the things that you might need, right? Like card layers, beautiful card layers that are all double-sided. Each one of these is a different pattern. You get foil, foam adhesive, you get envelopes, and then you get these fantastic bags of dimensional stickers that make a collage for that man in your life, right? This is so much fun. So as you're working with it, we even give you an idea sheet, and it comes inside the box. And let me just show you, because I think this is where most people, I like to say that really you need no skill to do this. You really just want the will to create something special, personalized for someone. And with Father's Day coming, you know, I will not be back at HSN before Father's Day. This is our postcard to him. So you're being able to take dimensional things, add them to the front of the card, and you see how we have birthday sentiments, we have everyday, all occasion things. You get more amazing every year. And who do we need to send that to, Tamara? I bet you've got somebody in your life that you want to send something really special to. And this is how it works. You pick the card, and then you pick a layer, and you add the foam adhesive to the back of the layer. Then you start with things like, this is a little golf card, a golf scorecard, and there are borders, and there are fantastic little stars. And then look at this. Okay, so Birthday King. That's really all you have to do. You're choosing a card, you're choosing a layer. It's color coordinated in a way that you don't have to think about it. You peel off the back of each one of the stickers, and then all you're having to do is add it to the front of the card. And if you're somebody that, like me, I'm thinking, okay, well, how many embellishments am I really getting? You can actually use 4 embellishments per card. There are over 100 pieces in the Simply Card Kit, and you can see that we've had a little fun with the king, right? The king of all the suits here, and then we have a queen as well, and there we go. So it's so much fun when you start with something like this, because I mean, let's face it, most of us don't have a lot of time, right? And when it comes to wanting to make something really special, having it all in one place, that's why we called it Simply, is that you just open the box. And it's great if you have a group of friends and you want to get together and you want to just make all the Father's Day cards or all the birthday cards all at one time, because every single thing is in this box, and it comes in a reusable box so that you could put the cards when they're finished back inside. So how much fun is that? Do you love this?
I love it. I love it. You've made it really simple. You've taken all the guesswork out of it. You've given us something really interesting and special when we're making cards, because if you're making cards for your loved ones, I mean, it could be like, I think about my husband, and when Father's Day is coming up, I'm thinking, I try to do something extra special every year, and this is just yet another opportunity for you to show your love and appreciation, and you've made it simple for us. I also love this is everything. So you're not having to keep up with where are those embellishments, where's that cutout. You've got it all right here when you're not using it, and when you are, this is everything that you're getting for less than $40. Actually, matter of fact, the Flex Pay makes it $13 and change. And Anna, your creativity on this is really unmatched. So I want you to go, as you're shopping, as you're watching Anna, as you're watching the demonstrations. Anna, we get hypnotized because they're so beautiful, but for all of you who are watching, go ahead and pick up your brand new kit.
This is so much fun, Tamara, because you really have, I think the hardest part about making a card is really getting started. And what we've done is we've curated beautiful old world imagery from our archive of antique things. And so really it's just about playing with the things that go on the front. And so like this one with the foil stamping, right? This is what the foam adhesive looks like that comes in the kit. You just put it on the back of the layer so it stands up and off the card. The same thing goes for the borders that are included and the embellishments. So we have these wonderful, there we go, heart, and hope your birthday is a winner. Now, all of these fun things, it's a little tongue-in-cheek when you look at the copy on the cards. But again, that's the second thing that's the hardest for people to do when you want to be creative. You want to create something that is special. And we do this in a way that makes it so simply easy for you. You are the real deal. And I love that. The world is so lucky to have you in it. Those are the things that we want to say to people. And so I hope your birthday is a winner. But I just want to show you, because this one had foam adhesive on the back, but all you do is peel off this adhesive cover on the back, and then it goes right onto the card. So you do that, then you sign the middle. You are a 1 in a million, and then you want to sign the back. So handmade by, and that is you.
I love it. I love that we're starting off right here. Here's your item number. It's 908727. That's the number to get this entire kit home. Everything that you just saw Anna using is right here, and the creativity is literally in the palm of your hand, so go for it. It's called the Simply King of My Heart card making kit. I'm gonna head on over because you're in for an amazing hour. Anna has brought along some of the coolest pieces, and this has got to be one that really kind of stopped me in my tracks. This is your diamond-shaped kirigami dies, and you're getting a set of 4. And what this is, and you're gonna be able to use this with the Anna Griffin Elite or the Empress, which is that cutting machine. We're gonna show you that in just a moment. But what you do with these dies is that these become dimensional. Can you see the dimension that you have on that? Just imagine all of the things you're gonna be able to do with this. Anna, this took my breath away.
Thanks, Tamara. You know, it needs a little more adhesive. I think the front of the cards come off, and you can't see the masterpiece, right? So this is we engineer our dies in a way that nobody else does or can. And what that looks like is that we have taken this incredible chemically etched die, right? It's powder coated steel. It's a 1 millimeter powder coated steel die where it has been engineered to slice the paper at a 1/16 of an inch, and it's been engineered such that it doesn't break, okay? And so we just looked at the King of My Heart cards. This is one of them. We're using the kirigami dies in the center, and what it does is it reveals a message underneath. It's like a little honeycomb or a beehive, or even, I like to say, it's like a slinky that I used to play with as a kid, and so much fun that these are the special cards. These are the ways in which we love to paper craft. We love new tricks with paper, but look at this, right? This is an engineering thing. This is a testament to how strong of a material that paper actually is. So you're getting 2 different sizes of diamonds, and what's so neat is that you can cut them out as a shadow layer. So here, you can use this die on cardstock and keep the kirigami diamond inside the cardstock, or you can cut it completely out and use it as an embellishment. And I think this is that card that you were showing there on set, that we give you ideas of where to start. And I'm going to just show you what I mean by, I'm going to take this away. So you take your favorite paper, and I'm using our Empress Elite machine. And so from here, you're going to take your favorite cardstock, and I just want to show you how to leave it inside the center of the paper. If you want to make it into a complete embellishment, you use this on the outside of that diamond. But here's what's so cool about it, is that we make all these different shapes of the kirigami, and this is something that we have done exclusively for HSN for the last 4 years. Now, look, this is just its newest shape, and so you see how it's like the bellows of an old-fashioned camera, right, that would pull out. So you're able to create this masterpiece with paper, and I'm going to show you how much fun it is to include your special message. So if you're building a card, this is what you'll do first, is that you'll put what goes on the inside on the face of the card. You are the best. That's our message. Now, having cut that entire thing out with the shadow layer die, it goes, now it's an embellishment, it goes right on top. And I would recommend using a hot glue or a quick dry liquid glue, because when you pull against this, you want the adhesive to stay. And so this is what you do. There's a little hole in the die cut, so you thread a piece of ribbon or string or twine through that, put your little sentiment on the outside. You brighten my day. And then you are the best. That's what we want to say when we're crafting, when we're sending something really special to people. And then you can go back and you can add embellishments inside the kirigami. You can just tuck them in and around the cutouts so that you don't have to feel like it's just that one big shape. You can go back in and add them underneath. So as long as we don't distract from the part that pulls that 1/16 of an inch, right, you can embellish until your heart's content. So I'm thinking that's pretty fun. What do you think? It's cool, right?
It's really cool. It's so delicate but strong at the same time, and it's so interactive, and that's really when you look at the creativity that it just opens up when you have something that's interactive like this. it just makes a world of difference. And it's all because of these dies. So let me show you again. This is one that's been done here in the studio. Look at that. It just makes you, it really stands out above. I could have a table filled with cards, and this is the first one I'm going to. We've always loved interactive. You know, ever since we were a little kid. So I love that now you can do this on your own in a way that just is is very elevated and very sophisticated. Remember, you're getting the dies, and we have the die cut machine. We have the Empress Elite. If you want to go ahead and pick that up, we've got that. But Anna, we're going to come back because we want to see this in action.
Right, so I was just using the die cutting machine to create this, and so the ridges of the die go face down into our magnetic mat, which this is what you just saw happen. And what's so nice about this is that everything is perfectly clean and easy, right? So when you see how all those papers on every side, what's that kaleidoscope? What's the thing when you are a kid and you can look through? It makes that kind of experience. So again, we want to take something that says love is in bloom. How beautiful. I'm going to add a little bow underneath that because this is our secret message. And then what we want to do is we want to go back with that cut layer, and you want to add foam adhesive to the back of it so that it stands up off the card, but strong enough so that it stays. Okay, so we want to be able to pull that. And then you want to decorate whatever it is that you want to send the card for. So you want a special little message. This one says love and bloom, but it doesn't say it until we're on the inside of the card. Okay, that has no adhesive, but you get the idea, right? We want to be able to reveal this so that the person that receives the card, the person that gets the message, the person that gets all of your love and affection, right? It comes right here in the envelope. So that interactive part is something that we have done for more than 30 years, Tamara, and we have, I think, perfected the art of transforming paper in just a few simple steps. And that, through die cutting, that is the way to go about, really elevating your crafting skills. This is a die that's going to work for any and all occasions. And then you see how much fun we're having. I think they were called birdcage cards in the Victorian era, and they were all cut by hand. Oh, wow. And so now we've made it so completely easy for you to do this effect without even having to measure. And I think that's the real time saver. No measuring, no hand cutting, just all the fun of crafting.
Can you imagine trying to do this by hand with all of the measurement and being precise? And this is just so much easier. These are new. These are brand new. You're getting a set of 4 dies in the kirigami dies. You're getting all 4 of them in 2 different diamond shapes, and then you get the shadow dies as well. And on FlexPay, they're just under $10. So go for something that really brings a lot of newness and interactivity to your cards, to your creativity. 908730 is the number. I also want to mention as Anna has one right there in her studio, this is the Empress Elite machine with the plate systems, and this is what Anna's is and will be using to cut any of the dies that we're going to feature for you in this hour. And Anna, I love how not only compact, but how strong this is.
Oh, this is a mighty little machine. Now, what's so incredible about it is it cuts and embosses. It does all the things that you want to do in your paper crafting. You can transform paper from plain to fancy in one single step. Now, the Empress Elite for HSN comes with our standard plate system, but it also comes with our large plate system, which allows you to do more with less cutting, and you've got a much bigger surface area. So I'm thinking that this is where we always want to go. You go no die cutting to die cutting. You see how incredible the difference is.
Absolutely, and you can see our sale price today is almost $200 less than the retail price on that. So I love that we've got it for you on sale. definitely take advantage of it. Use the FlexPay. It just makes it that much easier, okay? And we'll remind you of that as we go throughout the show. But we are going to talk about another set of dies. But look at how fun these are. This is Dad's Tools Stamp and Die set. So Father's Day is coming up. If you wanted to do something really special for your card making and crafting, this is going to be a really nice set to add, and you get all of the dies and the stamps that you're seeing right here. Some of them, Anna, I was like, yes, I've used a hammer. I see the ladder. I love the screwdriver. I love all of it.
Oh, you know, and I grew up in a family of fix-it people, right? My dad was Mr. Fix-It, and this is such a great stamp set, because if you love to really personalize the things that you make, this is the way that you're going to be able to do that. So we're going to start off with the stamps themselves. So they're antique engravings of a ladder and a triangle, a toolbox, a hammer, right? And you've got you've got a lot of things. You've got a pocket knife, which is also something that my dad always pulled out of his pocket. This could fix just about anything. And this was something that he always said, but it was the opposite. I turned it into something that was a little more positive. You are the sharpest tool in the shed. And so that's what's so funny. I know it's funnier the other way, but you get the idea. These are the dies that are going to cut out your stamped images. And so it's all coming to you. And then we've got these wonderful little ideas for you if you were creating with these for the first time. So a collage of stamped images. One of my favorite ways to do this is to use it on colored paper and then highlight with a different color. So we've got a gold foil right behind, offset just a little bit to give it a highlight. And then here, experiment with the different colors of paper. So even if you're stamping with black on lavender, right, or the black on ivory, you can achieve that same style, right, that looks like it's been printed, right? This has just been hand colored. So you get the idea. So let's look at that. If we're taking our acrylic block from our craft room, and these are easy to use stamps, they cling, and then you're just going to add your ink from your craft room to the stamp, press the stamp into the paper, and then we are going to, you could easily go back and color this in. But once this dries, you want to take that shape and do what I think is really hard, like in printing. Right, we call this a full bleed, and that is that we cut to the edge of what we're doing, and so this die is going to do that, right? So we're going to put it on in our Empress plates, and then it's going to go through the machine. What's so great is that the die is designed to go right to the edge, so edge to edge cutting. And again, when you're having a good stamping day, I always recommend doing a lot of embellishments, right, all at once, so that when it's time to do the painting, you've got that as an embellishment. So here we have a card that started, and this is really fun. So we've got the toolbox and in a blue ink, and then let's just keep the sharpest tool over here. I'm thinking that this is that same thing. So if we were taking the gold foil and we were just going to offset just ever so slightly, right, so that it highlights it, right? It looks like it's got a gold edge. I'm going to make sure that the paint's not running out of that paintbrush. Oh, we've got a screwdriver. We've got all kinds of things for this little composition. And then there you are. You are the sharpest tool in the shed. So having fun with it, having fun with putting this together for Father's Day, putting this together for a special birthday. Anybody that loves to, a rickety old ladder. I think I have a few of those too. You can include them, right? Inside jokes in your family. How many of you? I mean, we all have that, right? With all the things, and then here we have, even in design school, I started out in architecture, and so that triangle and the T-square and my drafting table, those were my most important tools, and so that's why we've included things like this in this set, so that that you have a very masculine set, because this is, May is always our time to do anything that's not flowers, and for HSN. And this is fun, stamping on the matte foil, just to give you that level of detail in the stamps. You can see how that engraving will still apply to just about any type of surface. So as you're working with these, it just gets more fun. And I'll start again here. We have a red card. This is from our Lattice album dies. And we've got, this is a chisel. Okay, it wasn't a screwdriver, it's a chisel.
Oh.
All right. Right, get your tools straight, Anna.
I know.
Okay, and then we've got the toolbox, and then, maybe I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed today, but whatever. Okay, it's your day. Isn't this fun? So there are 11 stamps, 11 dies in the set, and I would love to have those back if we could. Just so that you can see, there are 2 different sentiments in the set. And one is it's your day, and the other is you're the sharpest tool. And so there's a saw, a hand saw, there's a pocket knife, there's an upside down hammer. This is just because of the way the stamps are made. And then we have all the matching dies to do that cutting edge to edge, so that you end up with an embellishment making set versus something that's like a sticker set, right? Because there's so many people that love to stamp, and then giving you, see, that little pocket knife is stamped, but it's colored in, and or use watercolors, like those watercolor pencils and pens, and you really can bring all of this to life as easy as 1, 2, 3, right? That's and right. You're using your own inks and your own die cutting machine, if you've got any of those smaller ones, or a manual machine. Yes. These dies are so simple to go through those machines because they're tiny. And they're not very detailed.
So much, yes, but so much detail and intricacy on this set. And it is whimsical, and it is fun, and it is something that you'd be hard-pressed to find out there. And I love that we've got it for you brand new today. This is the way it's gonna come, and Anna is showing you just ideas of how you can get creative and some of the things that you're gonna be able to make. So here it all is together. If you need that cutting machine, we've got the Anna Griffin Empress Elite machine. We have that available for you as well. So why not add to your creativity bundle? And then you've got everything that you need. In our last couple of moments here, our last couple of seconds, I've got one right here, and I love the detail of it. And when you have this much attention to detail, your card making, your crafting can only elevate. Look at how amazing this is. And then you open it up, you can add your sentiments, you could write whatever you want, but you've got so much interest right there. So go for it, go ahead and pick up this set. It's 908-723, that's the number to get that home. And brand new, you are some of the first to be able to order it and get it, all right? Now, love that you shop with us here on TV, but you can join us when we stream. Join Christy Brinkley in her beloved Hamptons home for a behind-the-scenes look at her new summer collection, Tower Hill by Christy Brinkley. You can watch and you can shop this episode of Behind the Brand and so much more on QVC Plus and on HSN Plus. And there's lots for you to see right there when you stream on QVC Plus and HSN Plus. All right, we are going to take a quick break. Anna Griffin is with us this entire hour, and we've got still more brand new that you haven't seen yet.
Ready to creatively cut loose? Stock up on oh-so-crafty essentials during National Scrapbooking Month. Indulge in next-level sewing machines, paper-perfect supplies, genius gadgets, and tools to bring your ideas to life. Plus demos, how-tos, and pro tips to fuel your next masterpiece. Fire up your imagination during our So Crafty event. Starts tonight at midnight on HSN and at hsn.com.
So you're watching HSN. We are talking crafting this hour with Anna Griffin. I'm Tamara Hooks. I'm your host, and I know a lot of you are still shopping for some of the dies, the kirigami dies, and the the tool set that we just featured for you. But we are going to continue on, and this is going to be the ultimate Lian paper crafting collection. And this is stunning. I promised you brand new, and that's what you're seeing right here. And actually, I want to just dive straight in and get straight to Anna so that you can see this. Anna, this is has a beautiful Eastern flair to it.
Oh, it does. Now, this is one of the most beautiful paper collections that I've ever done, and it was done originally for our Create event that was just last weekend, or the first weekend of May. And so, if you were not able to join us for that historic event, this is your chance to have the ultimate paper crafting collection in the Lian patterns. Now, what this is 307 pieces for card making and scrapbooking. And so we have pre-made cards in the set. We give you beautiful sentiment inserts for those cards. Then we actually give you oversized envelopes for working with those. And then this is where the bridge happens, okay? These can be card layers that you actually emboss or die cut. They're double-sided, so they can go on the front of the card, but they also fit a 4x6 photo. Then we give you titles for the scrapbook pages. We give you incredible colorations of matte foil cardstock, and then we've designed specific 12-inch border stickers just for the collection. So you're able to create things from scratch, right? So many people that are watching today, you're an advanced crafter. You know you want incredible 12x12 paper, and there is nothing like this. It's 230 GSM. It is double-sided, and you want to talk about an archive full of the most beautiful, rich, lustrous patterns. This is what we're known for, and this is what we do so well. And so we put together the embellishments in the set so that you have the flowers from the papers, you have them as die cuts, you have journaling tags, you have sentiments for cards and for titles for the pages, and you have gold foil embellishments as well. So if I want to take that back so that you can see, like when you look at an entire collection, right? We're talking about 308 pieces, I think, of this whole thing. It's coming in this pouch for you, right? So the entire thing, like if you went to go shop for that, that's not possible, right? This doesn't exist all separate, and it doesn't exist except for right here on HSN. It was in our event, but you know, I want to show off a little bit. I want to show you what we made in the event, right? So the paper crafting collection comes to life when you learn how to do this. Was a ruffle technique that we learned, and then this background is all dimensional, and you see how the collection becomes just like the perfect backdrop for these meaningful moments. And if you love to scrapbook, you really understand that it's about, like, we're making this part happen on our own, but then all this beautiful paper is making it that much better. And so there we go. We taught all these amazing techniques over 3 days, and I'm going to just show you how easily this works together. So if you're choosing a card surface, so there's card making and scrapbooking in the pouch. So we have the die cut background, all right? So you use any die. We have the borders that work together. So these are the 3 borders. They've been cut apart and put together, and we want to make that straight. Okay, and then we've got these gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. So I'm gonna go this way and that way. It doesn't really matter. It's just fun. So let your soul shine. And that's where it really starts to happen, right? So you add those beautiful sentiments on the inside, and then this is also something that I think you might want to think about. Like, what are the simple dies and the things in your craft room that you could use with this collection, because this is a vibrant collection. There's a lot of color to it. Here we go. Kind heart, brave spirit. We need a little ribbon, and then there we go. I'm thinking that this is one of the prettiest color palettes that we've worked with in a long time, because it's so rich. We started with burgundy, deep, deep burgundy, and we have reds and pinks, and then this incredible blue. So it's a gray blue. It's got a little hint of green. I'll show you in this one, a hint of green in it, but the whole collection goes together in a way that you don't have to think about it. It's like, I think sometimes like it's hard to get dressed in the morning because you're like, okay, what color am I going to wear? What are the accessories I'm going to put on, right? This is all inside one pouch. So you don't have to think about it. You just get out this amazing collection and you start. And so let me just show you what it looks like if you were going to do a scrapbook page. So we have the borders. So we pick the background, which is a beautiful pagoda pattern. And then we have the borders, and then we have the titles. And then you see how easily that works. And then depending on, some of us, we don't have a lot of photos, right? Or maybe you do. Maybe you have an entire room full of photos, but you want to make something to commemorate an event or a moment in time or a birthday, right? Doing that with all these beautiful things, right? This makes it so incredibly easy to get it right. So here, live, love, rejoice, dreams come true, hope, and right, we have a full-on card. There's the sentiment inserts. Believe you can and you will. So you see that we have thought of everything, put it all together in one beautiful package as our Lian Ultimate Paper Crafting Collection.
These are stunning. They just are. I mean, the entire set is stunning, every piece. And you're getting over 300 pieces in this set. And look at just from the papers, the colors, the prints, the designs. I love even the size of the sentiments that you have right here. Look at how big and bold those are. The borders, you've got everything that you need to be creative. You do have these on sale. You've got them on FlexPay. Remember, just under $27 for over 300 pieces, and the kit that it all is held in. And these are brand new. And this is the thing, just as Anna was saying, this was from an event that she had done. We don't have 10,000 of them. We don't have 1,000 of them, okay? So we have a couple hundred that we're able to offer, and that's it. We've got about 450 of them, and that's it. And as you're watching, I want you to go ahead and pop these in your shopping cart and be sure to check out to make sure that you get them. Because Anna, like every page, every card, every scrapbooking page is even more beautiful than the next.
I agree. And that's very much what we aspire to do. Every time we make something, like from the beginning of the collection to that which is like just the paper patterns, making it all go together, right, I think is the special art of this. So every page so you get 12 by 12s and you get card surfaces with these patterns. So we have the 12 by 12s are double-sided. So we have these tonals that work with these main prints. And then as you're looking at these, I think this is so gorgeous. So one of my favorite color combinations, but you see how the scale of the patterns are beautiful, but they all tell a story, right? Each one of these patterns, and we named it Lian because it's a name for a flower, but it means a particular kind of flower. And we were like, okay, this is the prettiest palette. We've never done this color, right? Which is it's like a raspberry, but a light raspberry. Maybe it's like a smoothie, raspberry smoothie. And then we have a little fan, and then you see how incredible each one of these is going to work together. So it's 307 pieces. It's every single thing that you could want, from the die cuts to the stickers, the borders, the titles, and the journaling.
I want you to go ahead and you can see 908-711 is the item number on that. If while you were watching just a moment ago and Anna was showing you all of the detail and you just couldn't believe your eyes, that means that set is for you. So go ahead and pick yours up, and you can shop on hsn.com to get it. Use FlexPay. Remember, you can fill your shopping cart with your crafting items for $7.50 shipping and everything. Put everything in there, and you only have $7.50 shipping, which is fantastic. We do have another set of dies, and this is the Crop at Home 5-frame dies for a total of 16 dies, as you can see right here. And I love that you've got different shapes, different motifs, you've got curves, you've got straight edges, which is fantastic. You can add that dramatic flair to your cards, to makes great for photo frames, quotes, all of it. And these are dies that you can use in your Empress Elite cutting machine. Anna, we want to see these.
Use these dies in any of your die cutting machines. You don't have to have our Elite, but we love to recommend that machine because it really works amazing with this type of die. This is a set of dies that are 3D, and that means that they engrave and they emboss and they die cut. And so they're concentric, so they're moving from 5x7 down into the 4x6 and then even smaller. And you're getting 3 complete sets. You're not having to choose. And what's so nice about that is that we give you examples of scrapbook pages. We give you examples of cards. But look at the way that detail comes to life when you are die cutting it, right? So that transforms paper. I like to show it on this matte foil in the gold because you really can get the ability that these dies have. So frames, like outer frames for photo frames, maybe you're looking at that Lian paper crafting collection and you want the borders that were designed to go with it. That's exactly what happens. And then here, I'm going to take a piece of shimmer cardstock and I'm going to take the whole die set. And so we're going to transform something that's very plain into something that's highly decorative, and it's just with the push of a button. And so the machine takes the plate system, it takes the dies from you. It's pretty much hands-free after that. And then you're always going to take the mat away from the die, okay? And you see how absolutely stunning that is. So that's just from nesting the dies to create a frame. And so this design is roses and swags. And so we have multiple shapes. We made a smaller frame. So this could easily be for your journaling or a place card or even a tag. If you love to make gift tags for your presents, this is how you'd put it together. So we'll start with our Phoebe cardstock and add double-sided adhesive to the back of the frame. It goes easily on the face, and then here we're going to use that smaller frame in a different direction just to give us a place for exactly what we want to say. Okay, wishing you a bright and beautiful day. I'm going to just cover that up a little more because I don't like that. But see, this is really up to you, right? As you are making things, then you are adding ribbon or you're adding the frame dies to the cards. And so if you're thinking, okay, I like that, but I really like all the other stuff on top. Just see how it becomes that little black dress, right? The thing that's like a jumping off point for whatever you're making. It becomes the frame, the important part of exactly, oh, this is out of flock, right? Flocked cardstock. So you can still get that amazing detail from the dies, no matter what the surface is. And then, as you said, Tamara, they're perfect for photo frames because they have a 4x6 opening. Or if you don't use the die, you can just lay the photo on top. So it comes straight from wherever you get your photos printed, and then it can become exactly the focal point that's needed and wanted on a scrapbook page. So these frames in those 3 sizes becomes the backdrop for all that you want to create with paper. So here is perfect. Perfect. And so each one, do we love these? I love the geometric one the most because it's the easiest to use, and it'd be great for Father's Day. And then the rose and swag one, it's perfect for weddings and all those. We just celebrated Mother's Day, didn't we,
Yes.
Tamara? You've got Mother's Day this past weekend, and then Father's Day coming up. Are you going to be making any cards?
Yes, I mean that's the thing. We have these amazing occasions, and maybe you've been making cards, you know, every year for these occasions, and you want something new. You want something, you want to, you know, kick it up a little bit. You want something a little bit more elegant. And that's what you see with these dies. And you'll find your favorites as well. And I like the more geometric one as well, but there will be times, there will be pictures or occasions that lend themselves a little bit more to one or the other, but you're getting all of them. It breaks out to 16 dies. And I love that you don't have to choose, because sometimes it really is hard to choose. And when you can have creativity like this on these scrapbooking pages, Anna, it really does make a world of a difference. So under $20 to get these home. Again, these are brand new. Nearly just about everything that you're seeing in this hour is brand new. And it kicks off that creativity that may have needed a little extra boost. And that's what you see right there. Oh, that's my favorite, that one.
Yeah, right. I like this one. This is probably the most versatile of the sets. You're not choosing between the 3 frames. You are getting them all, and they're all concentric. So this is going to engrave and emboss that beautiful. That's a diamond pattern. So it's giving us diamonds on diamonds on diamonds. And then as you're looking at the more geometric ones, right? So there's 2 sets that are geometric. This looks like a little bit of a burst of flower. But it has this little notch in the corners that I think is very distinctive. So it's a truncated corner, really beautiful. And again, you are just starting from nothing with a really pretty piece of cardstock, and then all of that detail is getting pushed down into the paper, and then we are going to see exactly all that detail. It's going to engrave, emboss, and die cut all in one single pass.
Look at how beautiful those are. I know a lot of you are shopping for these, fewer than 400 of this set now remaining. And I know that a lot of you have it also in your shopping cart, because what you're doing is loading up, and I don't blame you because you kind of want a little bit of everything. This is the time to do it when Anna Griffin brings brand new sets, brand new dies, brand new kits to us here at HSN. This is the time to load up. Again, fill your shopping cart for $7.50 shipping, and you're getting all of this sent home. And we're just showing you some ideas. You're gonna add your own. You might have something very specific in mind right now. This is what's coming to you all right here. You're getting the crop at home 5 frame dies, 16 total, as you can see right here, layers on layers. And Anna, that's really how you add so much even more interest, is the layers on layers that you've given to us in this set.
That's true, and that's my thing, right? I love lots of layers. I like more, and less is a bore. And so as you're loading up all the things right onto the card, the ability to do that with dies and die cutting really does bring all of this to life in a beautiful way.
Do it. Go ahead and pick yours up, 908-707. You can drop that in your shopping cart right now. These are brand new. They are starting to get limited though, and I don't want you to miss out on getting those dies, all right? We do have something else that's gonna be a little bit of a departure from what you've seen so far today, but I think it's so much fun. Anna created the Schooner easel dies. It's a set of 7, and I think it's really speaks to the nautical motif that so many of us love. And you've got these, again, brand new. You are some of the first to see them and to be able to get them. And Anna, I cannot wait to dive in and see these.
Well, Tamara, what's fun about being a designer is that I can just dream up just about anything that I want to make. And but this particular, the Schooner easel is about our customers. Our customers love to tell us what they want to see. And I have an honor and privilege of being able to deliver from, like an antique resource, right? That's it's a sailing ship, right? The schooner is that it has 2 masts. And that's how we know that it's a schooner versus, what the other ones, sailboats, right? There we go. And so as we have this, we give you the step-by-step instructions for creating an easel die, and we walk you through how to die cut each piece, where to put the adhesive, and then really how to decorate it. So this is done in a particular way. I'm going to use this large plate system that comes with the Empress Elite at HSN. That's a special configuration you have. And I'm using this amazing cardstock that's in the show. And so I'm going to cut the entire schooner out of the blue. And then we have paper for the waves. And then this is the outline die. And so as we're paper piecing, like that's what's happened, right? We've decided on the plate system that we wanted to use multiple colors of cardstock, and that's what I like to call paper piecing. And planning out the project allows you to have dimension, right? We paint with paper, and I'm just going to show you how incredible this is when it comes off this mat. There we go. See, each one of these is now cut, and we just want to weed that away, right? But then we have all of these little tiny pieces that if you save them, I'm going to show you on a project, you cut this out of another color of cardstock, save these tiny little pieces, and then we're going to inlay them back into the schooner to make it look more lifelike. And so these pieces are the parts where we assemble, right? So this goes behind, so it looks like we have a thunderstorm happening at sea. But you get the idea. All right, the easel card, all right, so that's this long piece, that long die. It creates what I like to call a kickstand for the card. It allows the card to stand up, and it's the base of the card without having to measure. So you're using the die to actually cut the card. It puts the score lines in the card. It does everything that you want it to do so that this once it's received, it will stand at attention. It will be the things that people keep. It goes on the desk. It goes on the mantle. It is going to always remind that person that you're thinking of them. Okay, so back to the how to do that. So we're going to take that one, the base. All right, so the card base, we have a little red cardstock. This is where it's scored there. So you fold forward, you add adhesive to the tab, and then we're going to take our shadow layer that we cut out of the thunderstorm paper, and then it's going to go here. All right, and so you push up and back, okay, so that it will stand. And then our schooner, and this is where we've done it, we've cut it out of 2 different colors of cardstock. So we did it out of the blue and red, and we saved the red pieces, the interior pieces. And if you can see right here, we've put a little clear tape on the back so that we can go back with the red pieces and, like a jigsaw puzzle, inlay the negative spaces with a different color. Now that's fun, and this is one of those repetitive tasks that I really enjoy. It helps me, it helps me feel calm. We also cut this out of ivory cardstock so that we could go back and create the boat in a different color. And then of course we have the water that's going to happen. And then, there's a little anchor die, which is kind of fun. I'm not sure where I'm going to put that, maybe over there. It's hard to really put a lot of decoration on these once you've had some fun with the inlay. But this is what you do to make it stand up. You push it up and back in a way that helps you understand how that would look on a desk. And then you add a little foam adhesive to it, to the stopper. So this is one of the dies that comes with it. You definitely want to add a sentiment. This one says congratulations. And then really, if this is where you start, right, you can just elevate the crafts with like our new Seaside Treasure stickers, some of our beautiful colors, right? So shimmer paper, and you just start to sculpt with all the different things in your craft room. Maybe you even have like paisley papers, right? And you maybe went on a windjammer cruise or something. Like I've told the story about this that when my dad turned 50 years old. My sister and I and my mom, we pooled our money, and we sent our dad on a windjammer cruise, and because it was something that he wanted to do so badly. And I still look at those pictures today, and this is a long time ago, but I remember what it must be like to be hanging out on a ship like this and sailing around. So each one very different. You see the same die has made every single one of these cards. It's really just about the person, the paper, paper, the style, the way that you want to tell the story through paper.
Yes, everyone is different. Everyone is beautiful. It's hard. There is no favorite. They're all so intricate and so magical when you look at those. And remember the fact that this die was created based off of feedback that Anna received, and she listens and she says, you know what, we can do that. And that's what you see right here. And not only is it the Schooner die, it's the easel design as well. As you can see, we've got these set up right here on that easel design, as you can see. So it really, again, gives you more options of what you're going to do, and it almost kind of helps to bring the idea of motion and movement to that ship, which is fantastic. These are really, really beautiful, and these are brand new. So if you have been looking for something like this, and maybe you didn't think it existed, maybe you just thought, I just have to kind of make do with what's out there, it just really goes to show that Anna listens, reads the feedback, and this was a feat to create a die like this that is this intricate, and now you have it, brand new. And Anna, we're back to you seeing more. I can't get enough of all of the different things that you can do with this one.
You know, this is coming up, Tamara, between now and tomorrow, where we have put together some amazing sentiments. And this one says, thank you for being the anchor that grounds me. Now, I think that that's really what's appropriate for a card like this, right? That you're telling someone about the difference they make for you, right? You're thinking of you, right? You're saying, all right, for my favorite guy, right? We've even got little clouds and a compass on this, right? And you know, if you've lost your direction somehow, this is the kind of card that puts you back on the right path. This is that sail away for all. I'm about to bust into some lyrics here. Tamara, I'm thinking that I've got the beach on the brain. Yeah. So as you know, when you look at a card like this, you're like, okay, right, this is why people write songs about stuff like this. But each one of these cards is more beautiful than the next, and it really is just up to you and the color that you want to use, right? And I think, I like this one, right? So white on white, so really beautiful billowy sails, and there we do it. We're doing the shading with the negative space. We're doing the part with the paper piecing that allows this to be incredibly unique. So, happy anniversary. Yeah, yes. We've got every thought on this table that you could possibly want to have. Bon voyage, right? Yes. There we go. Maybe somebody's going on a cruise. You want to wish them well.
Absolutely. You see all of these. And again, the paper, the sentiment, the embellishment, it really all starts with the dies. And this easel design, again, makes it easy not only to give, but to also keep. And for the person to always have it close to them. To your point, on a desk, on a mantle, on a side table, on a bedside table. If somebody is ailing and you want to give them some kind of help, give them some inspiration, motivation to get up and move, this could be one that they look over and see and say, I cannot wait to get back out there. And as much as it is, as you were saying, you know, as you're making it, you're thinking of Anchors Away and you're thinking of all the Sail Away songs. That's how much joy the person that you give this to is going to receive in that. Go ahead and pick up your dies. Set of 7, you get everything you need. These are 908701. That's the number on those, and you can go ahead and pop those in your shopping cart. And remember, you can fill your shopping cart. $7.50 is the shipping on that when you fill your shopping cart with everything that you're picking up from Anna Griffin today, okay? Brand new. Everything I've said today has been brand new, and this is another one. It's new and it's exclusive. This is the dark blue matte foil cardstock, and you're getting a 24-pack. You'll get 12 of the 6x8s and 12 of the 12x8s. And we're gonna go ahead to Anna and see more. And I mean, really appropriate after we've been talking about the Schooner to go for the blue foil mat.
Right, the wild blue yonder. As we start with this is the paper that we love to make. And so what happens is that we take our beautiful 230 GSM ivory cardstock and we laminate it with a perfect color of foil. And so this one was chosen to be our dark blue. You're getting it in 6x8, which fits our Empress small mats, and you're getting it in 8x12, which fits our large mat. So you don't have to cut down a larger sheet. And what we've done is we put together the perfect number of sheets because you're getting 12 of each size. And as you're thinking about adding them to, say, scrapbook pages, you want that full 12-inch length if you're working with border folders. If you're thinking about, I want to use that on that Schooner die, this is definitely the paper to do that. And even if you have cut and emboss folders or things that, really create texture for your crafts, this color, we've never done this color before, and we're talking about having something that is, it is such a, it's a vibrant blue. I noticed that it's not doing that on my my camera here, but it's not cobalt, and it's not, gosh, I only know what it's not. It is a really beautiful color. That's bright blue, said the person that works in color all the time, all day, every day. Okay, but as you're thinking about putting this in your craft room, that's it, Tamara. You show it's better there than where it is here. But that is like it's not green, that's for sure. It is a beautiful, brilliant blue that is going to punctuate. It's going to accentuate the things that you want to make, and I would say that this is going to add that perfect hue to your Father's Day cards for number one, and then all of the things that you want to make with any of your dies.
I'll tell you, you can go for it. It is that brilliant blue that you're going to love. We've got it for you in the 24-pack, 908-744. Brand new from Anna Griffin. Anna, thank you. The hours always go so fast with you, but I know we're going to see you again tomorrow. I believe it's at noon.
Right, at noon and 5 tomorrow. And you just get back to your sit-ups, okay?
I will. And then I'm going to eat a burger. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, Anna. And you can keep shopping for any and everything that you've seen if you're shopping on hsn.com. While you're there, May is Clinique month, and we're bringing you exclusive deals from your favorite products. And all month long, you can enjoy free shipping and handling and special pricing on Clinique items, all of them. So this week, enjoy the Clinique Take the Day Off Duo. It's 30% off, and it's a really great way to end the day with your skincare. Take it all off. Thank you. Right there with Clinique. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back on Wednesday, okay? Until then, we've got more shopping. Nicole Hickel is coming up, and she's got some great things for you.